Things have escalated quickly. According to Marjorie Taylor Greene and her family, Donald Trump is threatening her life. They say he has been relentlessly targeting her, urging his supporters to go after her, mocking her, and attacking her both publicly and online. He is now referring to her as Vicky Marjorie Trader Brown, adding, remember, Green turns to Brown when there's not involved. Donald Trump was asked while leaving Florida, where the speaker claims he was staying after the release of the Epstein email and doing so on the taxpayer dime. About Marjorie Taylor Greene believe that her life is being threatened by his ongoing harassment, his calling her a traitor, and his encouragement of supporters to go after her. Trump responded, I do not think her life is in danger. He added that nobody cares about her at all, so her life cannot be in danger. To me, this rhetoric sounds like a mafia style threat directed at Marjorie Taylor Greene. What do you think when you hear this? Let's play the clip.
Her life could be in danger because of the rhetoric.
Her life is in danger. Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she says.
Marjorie Trader Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her. Okay, what about you?
Donald Trump continued attacking Marjorie Taylor Greene throughout the day into the night and even into following morning, dismissing her as a lightweight congresswoman. He continues to claim that she is rotten, repeating that green grass turned brown. He is encouraging others to run against her in a primary, saying she is no longer part of MEGA and calling her a disgrace. Marjorie Taylor Greene has responded saying, she says, now I am getting these pizza hogs and people doxing my home. She claims her family received a pipe bomb threat directed at one of their construction company office building. According to her, Trump's unwarranted and vicious attack against me and were a dog whistle to dangerous radicals that could lead a serious attack on me and my family. She says what Trump is saying, calling a traitor, is untrue and horrific. She adds that his rhetoric puts blood in the water and creates a feeding frenzy that could ultimately lead to a harmful or even deadly outcome. Deadly outcome. According to her, Donald Trump is threatening her life. The question now is whether she will seek a restraining order against him in a response to what she described as threats and harassment. She goes on to say that the timing of all this happened to be just days before the vote on releasing Epstein file. She adds, I love America and the American people. I am not a traitor. She urged that when the President of the United States irresponsibly labels a member of his own party a traitor, he is signaling what people should believe is acceptable to do to someone given the label. And now you can see people in Trump base making posts like this. There's an image circulating that shows the twins from The Shining all group up with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Liz Cheney face superimposed into them. Trump supporters are calling Greene Judas, and the harassment has gotten ugly. People repeatedly attacking her, calling her or words this and or words that. Meanwhile, Donald Trump ally Laura Loomer is now posting the following exclusive. She says she spoke with law enforcement official at the police department in Rome, Georgia, and was told they had not received any report that day of a bomb threat at any business connected to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Greene had posted earlier that she was receiving bomb threats at her family construction company office because of Trump. According to Loomer, this suggests Greene was not truthful. She claimed the Rome police told her they were not aware of any such threat and that they would have been notified if one of had occurred. She says she recorded the call and has a video of her conversation with the Rome Police Department, but does not want to post it because she put it Marjorie Trader Green is so vindictive that she would try to get the officer fired from telling the truth. Loomer accuses Greene of lying, saying the police in her district told her no bomb threats had happened and that Greene invented it. Loomer and Donald Trump are known to be very close, and many of Trump's decisions, such as firing top generals at the Pentagon, military official, senior Pentagon staff, State Department of personnel, and others, have been linked by critics to Loomer influence. Loomer has also targeted Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend, Brian Gallen, and says she mocks Greene's boyfriend, writing, "Oh no, Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend, who cheated on his wife to be with an is calling me a slur. How how will ever recover?" She then goes on attack Thomas Massey, implying there may have been foul play in the death of Massey's wife, an accusation that Donald Trump later echoed in his own attack on Massey. Loomer continues. Serious question, serious answer only. How did Thomas Massey, the Republican who led the discharge petition with Democratic Congress member Rokana, she asks, how did Thomas Massey's wife die? If there are police report, any autopsy, why is this such a mystery? I want to know. I always found it bizarre. Now much a younger woman has entered the picture. Donald Trump echoed his saying, did Thomas Massey, sometime called Rand Paul Jr., because he often voted against the Republican Party, get married already? That was fast. No wonder polls give him less than an 8% chance of winning. Anyway, best of luck, Thomas. Question mark. His new wife will soon realize she is married to a loser. Meanwhile, Donald Trump on his third marriage, on record admitting to a sex assault, having been found liable for sexual assault and 34 felony counts, and implicated in covering up a child sex trafficking ring, is attacking Messi for the death of his first wife after 35 years of marriage, which devastated him, and now for remarrying. How utterly despicable. Marjorie Taylor Greene previously went after Laura Loomer, questioning how she could serve as a Pentagon advisor, citing Loomer past mental health issue and suggesting she might not even legally be allowed to own a gun.
How does Laura Loomer get to be a Pentagon advisor, but you get primaried? Like, what is that?
I don't know. I've never understood why anyone takes her serious. I mean, this is a woman that can't even legally buy a gun because she had such serious mental problems. She literally posted the other day that she blew blood vessels in her eye as she was hysterically tweeting, like 40 or 50 times in one day. Who listens to a person like that? Like, right. No one.
Marjorie Taylor Greene appeared on CNN in the morning, where she was asked a pointed question by Dana Bash. It seems you are upset now that Donald Trump is saying these things about you, but you do not seem upset when he said similar things about others. How do you reconcile that? Greene had previously attacked others, calling them traitors and even implying that figure like Nancy Pelosi should face accusation of treason. In response, Major Taylor Greene said, I am sorry. I should not have said those things. I realize now that it was contributing to the toxicity in politics. And that's fair criticism of me.
You posted on X that President Trump is, with his comments, fueling a, quote, hotbed of threats against you. Obviously, any threats to your safety are completely unacceptable. But we have seen these kinds of attacks or criticism from the president at other people. It's not new. And with respect, I haven't heard you speak out about it until it was directed at you.
Dana, I think that's fair criticism. And I would like to say humbly, I'm sorry for taking part in the toxic politics. It's very bad for our country. And it's been something I've thought about a lot, especially since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, is that I'm only responsible for myself and my own words and actions. And I am committed. And I've been working on this a lot lately to put down the knives in politics. I really just want to see people be kind to one another. And we need to figure out a new path forward that is focused on the American people, because as Americans, no matter what side of the aisle we're on, we have far more in common than we have differences.
Yeah.
And we need to be able to respect each other with our disagreements.
Marjorie Taylor Greene also criticized Donald Trump in morning over a policy statement in which he claimed that Chinese students outperformance American students and that foreign workers were more capable than American workers. Here's what Marjorie Taylor Greene had to say about it. Play this clip.
So sounds like you're saying that he is not representing the MAGA movement that he started right now.
I can say that promoting H-1B visas to replace American jobs, bringing in 600,000 Chinese students to replace American students' opportunities in American colleges and universities, those are not America First positions. And continuing to really travel all over the world doesn't help Americans back at home. I really, and I said this to him, and I will say it out loud, I would love to see Air Force One be parked and stay home, and there be nothing but a constant focus in the White House on a domestic agenda that helps the American people once and for all.
Yesterday morning, Marjorie Taylor Greene sharply criticized Donald Trump for inviting the former leader of Al Qaeda, now in charge of Syria, into the White House. According to reports, Trump sprayed him with cologne, sniffed him, and complimented him on his scent and appearance. Greene said this was highly inappropriate, especially on the 25th anniversary of the Marines, and expressed concern about the optics of shooting the former head of the Al Qaeda in the Oval Office. I agree with her assessment. Play this clip here.
And I can disagree with the president at times, especially particularly this past Monday on the Marines' 250th anniversary, when he honored the new Syrian president, who is an Al Qaeda terrorist and was wanted by our government for years with a $10 million bounty up until March of this year. I very much am against that. I think that was very hurtful to the great men and women who served over in the Middle East and were sent there, and many of them that were killed and injured and live with PTSD to this day from fighting Al Qaeda. So there's things I disagree with, and I'm allowed to do so.
It's also worth noting that Marjorie Taylor Greene, when appearing on the Sense Pressure show last week, criticized the claim that prices are down, calling it gaslight and saying it was deeply offensive. Play this clip.
And so gaslighting the people and trying to tell them that prices have come down is not helping. It's actually infuriating people, because people know what they're paying at the grocery store. They know what they're paying for their kids' clothes and school supplies. They know what they're paying for their electricity bills. And so that approach does not work. We need compassion, and show that we care about the American people, and show that we are in the trenches with them on what they're going through. That's first and foremost. You don't gaslight them, you don't lecture them, and you don't deny what's happening.
On another podcast, she discussed the release of the Epstein file. Play this clip.
Everyone that voted for Trump Vance, everyone was like, release the Epstein files.
Right.
This is not even an argument. It's not even debatable. It's not being a traitor to the president to sign my name on a Thomas Massie discharge petition to release the Epstein files. No. I am staying true to what we've always said. There needs to be transparency.
What's also notable is that late last night, Donald Trump finally posted that he wants the House of Representatives to release the Epstein file. But a closer look at his post revealed the real message. Trump is actually saying that he himself will not release them. He stated, "As I said on Friday night abroad Air Force One to fake news media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein file because we have nothing to hide." But that's the opposite of what he constantly said. He is always opposed releasing the Epstein file. Essentially, Trump is directing the DOJ not to turn over the file. Yet he does not want to be embraced by Marjorie Taylor Greene, leading the House alongside Roxanna Thomas Massey in passing a resolution to release the Epstein file, which is set for Tuesday. Trump then said In his post, Trump said the Department of Justice has already turned over tens of thousands of pages on Epstein and is looking at various Democratic operatives, Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, Larry Summer, and their connection to the Epstein. The House Oversight Committee can have whether they are legally entitled to. He said, let's start talking about the Republican Party record-setting achievement and not fall into the absent trap, which is really a curse on the Democrats, not us. Make America great again. Notice on the emphasis on what whatever they are legally entitled to. The plan is clear. Since the DOJ is now investigating Democrats, not Trump and his allies, they can claim an active investigation prevent releasing the file. So when the House vote to release them, the DOJ can refuse, and the Senate may never take it up. Meanwhile, Trump portrays himself as supporting the House vote, even as he avoids actually releasing the file. According to Marjorie Taylor Greene, Trump's reaction has become extreme, including threat against her. She reflects on the absurdity of the moment right before Thanksgiving, which Trump's claim would be 25% cheaper this year through grocery prices, tell a very different story. Green described scanning her groceries at the register, watching the total risk like a heart monitor. Boop, boop, boop. And thinking, no, no, that. Just take it. I will play. Her point. It's not cheaper. And Trump could simply release the file if he wanted to. Why is not he?